Hey everyone, welcome to the Weeb Lounge. This is Tuaru Index Imaginary Fest, and I got a bunch of starter tips for you to help make your life easy, how to spend your stamina properly, combat setup, and a bunch of other goodies. All right, guys, I am really loving this event. I love it even more that I got the Halloween Nurse Kuroko version assist character just because it's Kuroko. She's like my favorite character in the whole universe thing. Anyways, that's not helping you guys. Here's where I try to help you. Now, if you're just starting this game, in terms of characters, what you should you do? Work with what you have. Don't blow your gekos on stuff, just work with what you have. Because there are going to be certain gachas where you can get a lot bigger bang for your buck, and I will get to that later, but the most important thing is work with what you have. If you happen to get summoning tickets, hey, you can use those. If you get a free summons, go for it. But otherwise, these gekos up here, yeah, they're very precious. Don't blow them on anything stupid. Now, in terms of combat, I guess this is tip number 2. You want to focus early on green, red, and blue. Those 3 elements. You know, a lot of people want to say green is like wind, and red is fire, and blue is water. I'm not sure that's actually what it is, but I just go by the colors. But here's what you want to do. Early on, you want to have 3 battle characters and 3 assist characters to match them in suit. 3 red, 3 blue, 3 green. Yellow and purple, do not spend anything on. That's not to say that some of those characters can't be incredibly good, but your time is best well spent gearing up characters that can counter certain fights. With that, you can push through the main story as quickly as possible, which leads to my third tip. Third tip is push through the main story as fast and hard as possible. Don't worry about getting 3 stars. Just don't worry about it. Get through those normal quests, get through as many hard quests as you can, and just push, 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 push. If there are any events going at the time that you start, and you can also get stars out of them, push, push, push. Now, if you're still early on and you still only have those 3 characters of each, and early on you might not even have that. You might have to mix and match, which is perfectly fine. But you want to push as far as you can, because the further you get, the more food items to grade up your characters you'll have access to. You'll get more gekos, and if you do happen to 3-star, great, you get even more gekos. And you push as far as you can get, and then when your characters start getting a little stronger, you can go back and start mopping up. Now, there's another huge reason why you should push as far as you can, and that is because if you're just starting, part of the start dash is that those main quest normal storylines, they don't cost nothing. There's no stamina requirement. They all cost 0. The first time you complete it, it's 0. If you go and fight and fail, it don't count. But if you get 1, 2, 3 stars, don't matter. If you get through it, it counts. So the cost then goes up to 10 or whatever the cost would be. And you have like about 18 days or so to do that. That sounds like a long time, but in reality, when you're trying to gear up multiple characters and push as far as you can get, 18 days actually isn't that much, especially if you're free to play. Now, if you're paying big money to play, then, well, that's possibly a different story, but I'm talking more about the free to play guys. So push as far as you can, get as many gekos as you can, and that is just so incredibly important. Now, tip number 4, and it's not really a tip, but it should be a no-brainer, but a lot of people seem to miss this. Assist characters. Assist characters are so incredibly freaking important. All right, let me go to the character strengthening screen here, see what I got. Assist characters are nearly just as important as your main characters. It's not just like a craft essence in Fate Grand Order where it gives you a little bit of a stat boost or some special one little attribute or something like that. No, health, power, all the stats, boost, buffs, a whole slew of things act towards the main battle character. You cannot ignore these. You cannot let them lag behind. Always try to have your main battle character with some kind of matching element assist character, and ideally same rank, same grade, maxed out, whatever it is that you can do. These are just so important, it's stupid. And you know, I'm still progressing in this and I've been doing what I can, but yeah, I can't stress enough, don't ignore your assist characters. I found myself doing this early on when I was playing, and it was a huge mistake. I corrected it. I am where I'm at now. Don't make the same mistake. Focus and take care of your assist characters. They are important. Now, another thing that's really important is bond rank. Now, it's somewhat easy to miss. Let me explain. Right up here, you have your My Character, right? You click that, and here's CP rank. That's basically bond rank, character point rank, whatever CP stands for, I'm not sure. But 35 is max, and you know, why should you do this? Why should you do this? Well, I'll tell you why you should do it. Let's go around here and find another character. Well, there's Aqua, she's out on a date or something. Last order, okay. Now, the reason you want to give stuff to her is because you get little rewards. You get the books for leveling up your characters. You get a little bit of money here and there. You open up, you know, voice lines and stuff. But there's two really, really important things that happen as you get higher up. One, stat increase. Any character that fits last order, doesn't matter what color or whatever element or whatever it is, stats go up. Stats going up is always good. Yeah, that's a no-brainer. But also it unlocks stories. And those stories give you gekos. And plus, sometimes just a rank up will give you gekos. So you got gekos, on top of money, on top of leveling stuff, on top of stat increase. Do not ignore this. Now, right now, I don't think I have any gifts to give her, because I think I just got done feeding her. Yeah, she full. But and that's one thing. You know, a lot of people tend to ignore the characters, but also the stories. The people often ignore the stories because they're kind of buried. You have to go all the way to the bottom right here in the menu, and then find memories here, and then find the ones that are actually pertinent. Now, most of them are going to be, a lot of them going to be under side story over here. You're going to have event stories. You're going to have like your main story or whatever. And all these, when you complete them, you get like 20 gekos. So just kind of think, all these characters, all these different little factions, everything. You combine all that together, and you don't even have to read the story, watch the story, go through the story. You click it, you hit skip, bam, 20 gekos. And on top of that, there's achievements that go with that. You know, read so many stories. Oh, here's another extra 100 for you. Oh, you read this many stories? Oh, there's another extra 100 for you. It racks up, racks up, racks up. So don't ignore this. Get your character rank, bond rank up as quickly as possible. Go through the stories. You'll get gekos on top of gekos and a couple more gekos on top of that. Now, another good tip for you guys is, you know, I told you to hoard those gekos, right? Try to work with what you have early on. That is really, really important. And why is that? You're waiting for a prime opportunity to spend those gekos wisely. Now, one of these gachas isn't always up, but the big events, they have them. Let me show you. This happens to be the Halloween event, and it is called a step up gacha, meaning the more steps that you go, the more chances of you getting rewards and even some guaranteed stuff. Now, for example, step 1 here was 1,000 gekos for a 5 pool. That's actually very heavily discounted. So you do that, get your 5 pool, maybe you get something, maybe you don't. That's perfectly fine. Step 2 is a 10 pool for only 2,000. That's a 1,000 gecko discount. Okay, so 1,000 gecko discount, you still get basically what it amounts to a normal 10 pool, focusing around these characters. Awesome. Okay, you get a discount, you get that. Now we get to the good stuff. Step 3. Step 3, you're guaranteed a 3-star character. It costs the regular price of 3,000. It's a 10 pool. Guaranteed 3-star character. You can't go wrong there. That is awesome. The next 2 steps aren't quite as important unless you're really trying to gear up a character or you're trying to get their star level up. You know, go from 3 stars to 4 to 5 and so on. Both of these will have a guaranteed like 50 memory pieces if you're referring to Princess Connect. And those, like let's say you happen to have both of these characters, all right? You get to step 5, there's 50 of those pieces, okay? Well, 50 of those pieces, that's halfway to getting her to a star level. It takes 100. And with all the gekos you guys are going to get, getting through this whole thing twice, yes, it resets. You can keep doing it over and over. So you do those two, you get to step 6, guaranteed 3-star battle character. Now, here's a little catch. It's not necessarily going to be the one that's in whatever gacha it is you guys are pulling in. It could be some other random character, who knows, but the chances are it's going to be one of these. So you do that, you get your 3-star battle character, a guaranteed one, and then it resets back to step 1, and you can keep repeating the process. In gachas like this, I recommend getting through the whole thing at least twice. That way, 2 3-star battle characters, 2 other guaranteed 3 stars. You get enough of these things to level up those characters, because chances are if you go through them twice, you're probably going to get them. Probably. It's not guaranteed, but the chances are very high. And who knows what else you're going to get. You're going to get a bunch of 1 stars, you're going to get a bunch of 2 stars, and you're probably going to get some extra 3 stars in there. In my case, in every one of these step-up gachas that I've done, that's been the case. So maybe I'm just lucky, maybe I'm not, don't know, but that's how it works, and that is what I advise. Because guaranteed stuff is good stuff. If you just go to the standard lineup, the standard premium gacha, there's no guarantees. You know, if you do a 10 pull, you get your guaranteed 2-star. That's it. That's it. And everything that you can get in the premium gacha can hop over into those, you know, special, like Halloween gacha, the Konosuba one, whatever one comes up. So hoard your gekos. Do not blow them here. Now, when I started playing, I did make that mistake. I blew an awful lot of gekos right here. And I know damn well I shouldn't have. So now that I know, now you know. Don't blow your gekos on the standard gacha. Wait for the others. But also, here's our little tip for you. When it comes to building your characters, I mentioned earlier on that you want 3 green, 3 red, 3 blue. Okay? That's early on setup so that you have proper groups to take on the fights. But eventually, you want to have 6. You want to have 6 red, 6 green, 6 blue. That is ideal. And plus, when it comes to start doing the verses and arenas and everything, you can now start mixing and matching characters and making different kind of parties, make it harder for people to beat you in those arenas. But when you get to that point, maybe these gachas won't have anything that you want. So let's go back to the Halloween one, for example. You got Siren here. Succubus Siren. She, yeah, she's purple. Doesn't mean she's a bad character, but she doesn't suit what you need, so you don't necessarily need her, especially early on. And now you have the green characters, these two, this little combo, which I got on purpose. I meant to do that. If you need a green character, this is awesome. This is a killer setup. But what if they were red, and you already have 6 pretty decent, good red characters? And you're limited on your gekos. As much as you might be tempted to roll on a Nurse Kuroko or a Fallen Angel Misaka, my advice is to pass. If you already have the element covered, wait and hold off until you can get another gacha that has something red or blue that you need. Simply put, have patience, spend wisely. And I know in gachas like this, they really want to get you, especially with the costumes and Nurse Kokoro, because I am oh so guilty of that. Let's see, you can see her right there. Yeah, I'm very guilty of that. But I also have Misaka. Yay. All right, those are some basic tips for you. Level up your characters, make sure you match them. Start off with 3 of each of the core elements, eventually make your way to 6. Don't spend your gekos on anything that you already have and don't absolutely need. And once you start getting those powerful teams, once you start leveling and ranking and grading up, then you can spend to your heart's content. But until then, spend wisely and like, subscribe, hit that notification button. Streaming here on YouTube, we stream over on Facebook, we stream on Twitch. We do it all at the exact same time. And I'd very much appreciate any kind of thumbs up, subscribe, share button, or whatever it is that you got in front of you. With that, we'll see you in the next video.